Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about a topic that I had actually decided to voice my opinion on and my views on this particular topic on my Snapchat. Now, the only responses I had really received based on my opinion on this were all the
popular girls from my high school.
But let's throw that aside and let's get into this topic. Now, as a disclaimer, I have nothing against girls who decide to wear makeup, who don't decide to wear makeup, decide to express themselves in different ways. Awesome, you're being you, proud of you, amazing, keep doing you. Now, just because I'm deciding to talk about this topic doesn't automatically mean that I'm being misogynistic and sexist and people labeling me saying, you're the reason why women decide to wear makeup, overly offended and all this other stuff. What I'm trying to say when I talk about this is just what you see physically. Now, if you walk around on a day-to-day basis and you decide to talk to your friends, talk to someone on the street, usually you look at their face, you look at their eyes, that's usually respect, okay? But I understand that girls don't go into the washroom in the morning and do their makeup in order to, impress guys. Just so you know, guys, girls do not go into the washrooms in the morning and put on their makeup to impress you. They do it for themselves, they do it for their girlfriends, whatever it may be, okay? But listen, if you're walking around with tons of makeup on your face, now just because I decided to say tons of makeup doesn't automatically mean, well, now you hate women who decide to wear or not wear makeup. No, it is just something that is very visible, that me and many other people can see, whether it be in public, in the school hallways, at the mall, okay? If someone is walking around with a lot of makeup on, it is very visible, not just to me, but to many other people. And just because someone decides to say,
whoa, that's a lot of makeup on,
don't get automatically offended and getting all crazy, because how dare you say that to me when people around, not just this one person who decided to say, whoa, you have a lot of makeup on, can actually see you have a lot of makeup on your face. Now, in order to prove my point, I'm going to be inserting some little shots and stuff from my buddy Rob's rants, which I will be also including his video in the description below about girls who wear makeup. Once again, we both say this, nothing wrong with being who you are, expressing yourself, wearing makeup, not wearing makeup, but don't get offended and all, when people, realize, okay, that is a lot of makeup, or they decide to do something to their body, enhancements or whatever, and people go, oh, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Or, whoa, I didn't notice that about them. Did they get that done? And then these people get all offended and all up in arms because people actually noticed something they decided to do.
But there are some transformations, I am sorry, I'm just gonna put it out there, like this, that should be fucking labeled false advertisement. Like, come on. Like, there are two sides to this, alright? There's two sides to this. One side is, the average guy would be, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. She's hot. She looks beautiful. And then, they take a look at her without makeup and go, holy shit! You might as well have been walking CGI. Like, the difference is immeasurable. Like when Fiona transforms into an ogre, like an immeasurable difference. And I'm not making fun of the person's looks or whatever, but I'm saying the contrast, the difference. I try to think to myself, can I wake up to a girl like that every morning and then also wait for like 3.5 hours for her to do her whole thing so she could look presentable? Because some girls do a decent job of hiding the amount of fucking cake and whipped cream they put on their face. So it doesn't look like much, but it suits them. The other thing is, like, you know what though? Like, she did a great job with the way she applied makeup onto herself and accentuated the looks, brought out this and that. Girls do a good job. Most of them know what looks good and what works for them. So there is that. That's fine. That's all great. But some of these transformations, my goodness. Girls are contouring their breasts now and shit. If I contoured my biceps and tried to make myself look buff by applying makeup, a lot of people would call me a bitch.
Now, once again, not being sexist, not being misogynistic, not being all this other stuff that people are going to label me and many other guys and everyone else who decides to speak about this topic. It's just something that is physical to see. Now, you can't go to, oh, how dare you say that to me, when you yourself had decided to make the conscious decision to put on the makeup. Regardless of how much or how little you decided to put on, you decided to do it. And when you went out in public, you realized, well, people are going to notice this, people are going to see this. So them stating, oh, it's a lot of makeup, this, that, whatever, you can't automatically get all up in arms because people actually noticed it, because, oh, they noticed it. Nothing wrong with that, okay? All these people getting all extremely offended because, oh, you actually noticed how much makeup I put on my face? That's not good.
Because other girls might say, well, we don't give a fuck how we look like. We want to do it for ourselves and we think we look good. Okay, but it still looks. Meaning, you can do it for yourself, but it's still on your face, you know, like the main attraction point, like your face that mostly everybody's gonna look to and communicate to. I'm gonna notice it. So you can't blame me if I'm like, holy jeez, did you see that girl's lashes? They were like 4 feet long. Like I could fucking rip her eyelids out and fan myself on a hot day. Like when they're not using their fake lashes, I could just spray paint them green and do a DIY palm tree in front of my house. But I can't speak for a lot of guys when I say we don't want our first reaction to you to be like, holy shit, that's a lot of makeup. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure. While girls and guys might say, I don't give a fuck, that's how I want to look like, that's the reaction we get a lot of the times. I'm sorry. I feel like there's an amount to do it at where that's not gonna be the first thing I'm gonna notice and be shocked about.
Okay, that totally makes sense. Now, once again, I just want to reiterate this for the people who may be a little bit too actually understand what I'm saying. I could go out right now, I could go to the barber down the street, I could get my hair dyed purple, gray, the colors of the rainbow, whatever, and I could walk around in public. People are going to look at me. People are going to notice that I have decided to dye my hair, okay? Easy to see. Nothing wrong with it, nothing being sexist and all this other stuff. It's just something that people will notice, and people in passing may say to their friends or thinking in the back of their mind, whoa, why would they decide to do that? Why this, why that? It's just common, and it's just people's thought process. It's not them being, oh, I'm being sexist because I don't like the way they look. It's not. It's just someone saying, alright, I just passed someone who's wearing a lot of makeup and I noticed it. It is very visible. I just passed someone who dyed their hair multiple colors. It is very noticeable. Or I just passed someone who's dressed a little differently than I see. It is very noticeable. It's not people saying, I hate the way they look. It's just people thinking, whoa, I can actually, it's very noticeable how they look, what they decide to do. I'm not judging them and saying, I don't like the way they look. I'm just saying, whoa, that's very noticeable, the thing they decided to do. So without getting all crazy and ranty and making no sense, because I'm already making the decision in my mind that I'm not making sense, I'm just gonna roll those little clips from my buddy Rob's rants. Once again, I have his video in the description of my video, so you can decide to check that out and see that. So roll it, let's do it. Thank you guys for watching.
Fine. I understand looking good. I understand feeling good. And there's a certain amount I believe everyone should do. Go ahead and do your hair and wash your face and apply this and eat healthy and exercise, whatever, do it all. But when you look like a clown that can host my kid's birthday party, that's too much. A lot of people claim that's who I am though. Like this, Rob, all of this, that's who I am. Fine. You want to identify yourself like that. You always want to look like that. This is how you want to present yourself out into the world. Great. I'm not stopping you. I don't care if you want to do it. But I'm telling you that if I crack a joke, or if I look at you and go, whoa, is that 4 pounds of paint on your face? You have no right to be so offended. Maybe you could say, yeah, that's how I like it. You know what I mean? Or like, whatever, like, have some backbone if you're gonna do that. But you wonder why guys have trust issues nowadays. You know, one day after they get married, they wake up and they're like, wait, who's this girl? You know those crazy women you see on the internet, like those meth heads? They look 90 years old when they're 30. They have like that cigarette cough and like wrinkly kind of face that they just cake makeup all over. It's kind of like sprinkling glitter on dog poop. It doesn't really work. Either way, in the end, we're not sitting here and making fun of girls because they put on makeup. Because don't try and play that shit on me where I know other girls make fun of other girls and the way they look and a lot of the ways they do their makeup, but I can't. You know, as soon as I do it, I'm sexist now. There's a lot of reasons girls would say why and this and that, and while some may work, some don't. You know, if a guy isn't gonna love you and love who you are, and if we're talking about, you know, physically, if he's not gonna love you for more or less your natural look, why would he love you otherwise with makeup?